What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about another situation that could potentially lead to the Chicago Bulls going up and trading up in the NBA draft, and it's for another draft prospect that I think is considered a fan favorite amongst Bulls fans. Today, I want to talk about the potential for the Chicago Bulls to trade up for Matisse Buzelis, ladies and gentlemen, and ultimately why that could potentially be a theory that might turn out to be true. We'll have to wait and see. But before we get any further, if you like the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls, and do you think they would trade up to go and pursue Matisse Buzelis, ladies and gentlemen? I'm so sorry if I'm butchering his name. We've talked about him already though in terms of a draft prospect, and I think there was a lot to like about him. Ultimately, again, there were some concerns, but he is naturally a 6'10" type of player. You know, 19 years of age, a little bit of room to improve there considering how young he is. He played for the G League Ignite team, so you always got to consider the fact that he was playing against grown men rather than college athletes. And amongst my doubts, because I did have a bit of doubts about him, there were a lot of people in the comments section that was talking about him as one of the key guys the Bulls should pursue. And ultimately, if you look at every single news outlet, the Bulls are mentioned with this player. We need to understand why that is. Well, ultimately, if you're looking at specifically just needs, he might tick most of the boxes. Again, we're talking about a power forward here, someone that has the potential to be a center as well. Can shoot the three ball at his position, is a solid defender at his position, ultimately fits the size, the three-point shooting, and potential rim protection situations that we may need. At 19 years of age, it is very clear that is why we are pursuing this player. So he fits the needs. Look, I've been one to always say I want the best available. He may very well be the best available considering there is a lot of people suggesting he could still go very high in this NBA draft, which is why we should trade up in the first place if that's who we're going for at the end of the day. I think that makes sense. If he's going to go higher than 11, then the Bulls need to trade up for that. You know, that's why this video is being made at the end of the day. But with that being said, he may be the best available, but even if he isn't the best available, if you're looking just based on needs and needs alone, he will tick a lot of the boxes that many Bulls fans have. So that is why we're being linked to him. That's why there are articles suggesting this. And of course, it's very, very, very easy in that regard to link a player to the Bulls. But I think there's a little bit more to this situation. There's a lot of stories out there actually about this player and promises that at least one team has made that they're going to select him. Now, that team remains a mystery, but there are a few people or there are a few teams that have been linked to that situation. The Bulls are one of them. The Spurs, I believe, are one of them as well, and there are a couple of other teams that are very interested. Someone's promised him that he's going to get selected. That's all I know. Whether it's the Bulls, whether it's another team, I have no idea. But ultimately, that is a key thing to keep your eye on as well. And of course, he is Lithuanian, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty sure, I'm going to double check this just in case he isn't, but Arturas Karnisovas is also Lithuanian, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, ultimately, that is something to keep your eye on as well. That connection could be very important. And you know, we're always due to get European players here or there, and the relationship with Arturas Karnisovas could be there. I'm assuming he's keeping contact with a lot of, I guess, people from his own country, scouting people from his own country. That could be a situation we go down. So, again, it makes perfect sense to link this player to the Chicago Bulls. The biggest question is it the right thing to do? Should we trade up for this player? Is this player the right type of target we should be going for? Well, there's a balance, of course. The balance of needs and the balance of best available. All I could say is, if he's the best available, I want him. That's as simple as that. But ultimately, you could get two birds with one stone here. You could get potentially the best available player that fits all of your needs. It really is a perfect combination in that regard. So I can see why. I can see why if this story and these rumors and these articles, so many of them are true about the Bulls and Matisse Buzelis, hopefully I said his name correctly again, you know, if all these rumors are true about this specific link, then I can understand why the Bulls would want to trade up. And I'd go out on a limb here and say the Bulls probably should trade up. Look, if we are going just based on needs, he'll fit the target. If he is the best available, that's also equally as good. And maybe the Bulls should consider trading up in that regard. But everything comes with a price. What are we giving up in order to trade up in this NBA draft? Who is it going to be? Is it a salary dump deal? Are we giving up future picks for this situation? How desperate are we to trade up? Will it be easy to trade up? Will there be competition to trade up? Keep in mind our rivals. For example, if he is going to go to the Spurs per se, Spurs have 2 picks ahead of us, which means we're going to have to go the upper mile here in order to get over the San Antonio Spurs and really go high in this draft class to go and select him. That could be a situation here. And you also got to mention the Bulls have been rumored to another player in Donovan Clingan. We talked about him a couple of days ago about another prospect that the Chicago Bulls could consider trading up for. There was even a comment saying that it was just all media hype. What if this situation is media hype as well, where we're just hyping up players that we could potentially get, but it turns out to be nothing, and the Bulls were never interested in the first place. It was all just media to get us hyped about the NBA draft, which takes place in about a week and a half's time. That's all very, very possible, ladies and gentlemen. But look, if it's true, if the rumors are going to be accurate, then I would absolutely really consider trading up if this is going to be a best available and fit a target type of situation. I love an idea of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I love an idea of bringing a desperate need to a team, even though personally I'm not looking for specific needs, but it does fit a need. And he could potentially be the best available. You know, that to me is music to my ears. My ears are blocked at the moment, but it's still music to my ears nonetheless. So yes, I think the Bulls should consider doing it, but everything will come at a price. This is where the Bulls make their money. This is where Arturas Karnisovas shows his quality. This is where the Bulls management team really shines. This is where it has to shine. Because like I said, they need to get this right. They need to get this pick right. They could be banking on multiple players, but ultimately, only one of them can be selected unless we go and get multiple picks in this upcoming draft, which would be quite interesting. I'd be stunned if we did that. Regardless, we have to get this pick right. If we fail to get this pick right, then I personally don't see a reason why Arturas Karnisovas should be the vice president and Marc Eversley should be the general manager of the Chicago Bulls anymore. I don't see the reason. Because at the end of the day, they've made big trades at the beginning of their tenure with the Bulls, and those trades could have worked out, but it didn't work out, unfortunately. Injuries and unforeseen circumstances got in the way of that. But they've also been very miserable when it comes to draft prospects. They very rarely got one right in terms of what we expect from them. And this one has to be right. We need to go into this one believing this guy could be the difference maker, or at least is worthy of being in this Chicago Bulls team as a starter and as an impact player. That's what we need from this 11th overall pick, or wherever we end up trading up to, or wherever we select. We need this one to be right. If this is the right player, then I will support the Bulls until they give me the reason not to. But if this draft pick fails, whether it's this player, Donovan Clingan, or anybody else that we select, I'm going to really lose my faith with this front office because they have to get something right. If they're going to get free agency and continuity and draft selections wrong, what are they getting right? At some point, 2 wrongs, 3 wrongs, 4 wrongs, 5 wrongs don't make a right. Eventually, you're just wrong the entire time. Maybe that is what Arturas Karnisovas and the Bulls front office will be. But I'm going to hold my speculation. I'm going to hold my frustration. I'm going to hold my opinions until we actually get to see what the Bulls do. I'm excited. This draft has gotten me excited. It's a weak draft class, but ultimately there's a diamond somewhere there. There is a superstar somewhere there. I refuse to believe every single one of these upcoming players are going to be a bust. There is a diamond somewhere in this draft class, and I'm hoping with all the fiber of my being, it's the Bulls that can find it, because we need to start drafting well. Maybe this could be the avenue where we do so. Maybe trading up is the way we can do so in a weaker draft class. We'll have to wait and see. But is this the right player? Ticks boxes. I cannot lie. I still have my worries at 19 years of age, and I don't think his stats were terrific, if I'm not mistaken. But he's playing against grown men. still so much room to improve at that age as well. Thank you for watching. Drop a like and a follow and or subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care and peace.